Good afternoon. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Andinie Destria from class 3BC for meeting 5 as student 6. From the author Indriani Tri Agustina and Rolis Dayosinta, from the title The Impact of COVID-19 on Hotel Industry in Asia Countries, volume number 14, issue number 2, publication date and year, December 2020. First, abstract. The spread of COVID-19 has led to a global problem in all aspects of life, including in the tourism sector that directly affect the hotel industry. Asia as a continent with many countries that rely most of their revenue on tourism suffers a severe blow. The purpose of this study was to investigate the impact of the novel COVID-19 on the hotel industry in Asia countries. Through a descriptive qualitative method, the research collect data from journals, research reports, books, government documents, articles, and websites. In analyzing the data, the research make a comparison between the Asia continent and other continents such as Europe, America, Africa, and Australia by focusing on the hotel occupancy in those continents. This condition is mainly caused by the travel ban regulation that is followed by the temporary closure of tourist destinations. The hotel industry in Asia has lost up to $1 million due to massive booking cancellation, and employees in this industry are even more severely affected as they have no income to support their life. Next, what is COVID-19? COVID-19 is an infectious deadly disease that is caused by a new type of coronavirus that is never known before. This virus was first detected in Wuhan, China in December 2019. COVID-19 is not a disease that can be underestimated as the spread of the virus is very fast and aggressive. How is the virus infected? This virus can be transmitted through close contact with an infected person. When an infected person sneezes or coughs, the droplet might contain virus that might enter the body of the nearby individual so that she or he will be infected as well. The infected person will show symptoms like cough, fever, sore throat, chills, and muscle pain, and difficulty in breathing. Indeed, COVID-19 is even more dangerous because there are people who do not show the symptoms, but can still transmit the virus to other people. They are called the silent spreaders. Effect of COVID-19. In addition to the fatal implication for people's health, COVID-19 has affected many aspects of life all around the world, such as in the economy, transportation, tourism. And on the economic side, the spread of coronavirus has negatively affected the economy of many countries all over the globe, particularly that of developing countries such as in Asia countries. This virus has slowed down the growth of the economy in many ways. For example, the slowing trade between Indonesia and China due to the massive ban on the travel and the shutdown of transportation access has disrupted the distribution, production, and consumer activities. Indeed, China is the center of the economy and the main player of export and import in Asia. When China economy is in trouble, it is most likely that the other countries that have a business relation with China will get impacted too. The effect of COVID-19 on the economy are even more severe for small business. Pressure due to being unable to carry out business activities and the deterioration of economic activity make them decide to close their business, and thus causing many people to lose their jobs. Many countries have enacted rules on the travel ban. For example, the Indonesian government has implemented a large-scale social restriction or PSBB since March 2020. Residents are not allowed to leave their house for any unnecessary intention. They cannot travel leaving their district, regency, or province. Bus station, train station, airports, and ports are all on shutdown, making it difficult for anyone to travel from the one place to another, and thus reducing the spread of the virus. Similarly, the Philippines government has imposed travel restrictions since March 17, 2020. All of the transportation means in the Philippines, both private and public transport are suspended during the lockdown to minimize the transmission of COVID-19 from business 2020. It also happens in Thailand that all flights for exit and entry into Thailand are suspended. This regulation is strictly implemented by Thai people to post the number of coronavirus cases, resulting in no new case on May 22 from WHO 2020. The shutdown of tourism destination is done to prevent the spread of the virus and decrease the death caused by COVID-19. A lot of tourism destinations in Asia are closed for both domestic and international travelers. The government around the world prioritize the health and safety of their citizens and thus deciding to ban travel. For example, in Thailand, Legend Siam's Amusement Park has announced its closure starting March 3, 2020 due to a decline in visitors. In Hong Kong, Disneyland is also closed without any information as to when it will be on business again. In Indonesia, according to the district government, some tourism destinations such as Tanah Lot in Bali, Ulun, Beratan, Jatiluwih, Bali Zoo are temporarily closed on March 22 to 30, 2020. In Japan, some tourism places such as Tokyo Disneyland, in South Korea, the entrance to Seokchon Lake is also temporarily closed until mid-April to prevent people from visiting this tourist attraction during the coronavirus pandemic. From Korea Travel Post 2020. Besides, public places that have the potential to cause crowds such as restaurants, places of worship, and malls are also temporarily closed. From Compass 2020. Tourism is a vital source of a country's national revenue. In some countries in Asia, tourism provides most of the government revenue. On one of the ASEAN countries that earn high revenue from tourism in Thailand is Thailand. According to Noema, from 2018, tourism in Thailand, Indonesia, Sri Lanka, and Japan contribution 20, 21, 6%, 12.5%, and 7.4% to gross domestic product. The hotel industry in China contributed to the nation GDP by 11% in 2017. China tourism and hotel industry 2018. Vietnam, one of the most attractive countries in ASEAN, was supported by its hotel industry at around euro with an annual growth rate of 6%. The country nominal gross domestic product or GDP is estimated at billion euro in 2020. ASEAN Business Council to 2018, meanwhile, the hotel industry in Lebanon gave dollar in July to 2018 from Philippines 2019 and in Indonesia, the hotel industry was able to pocket an income of around 6 trillion rupiah since September 30, 2019 from Investor Daily Indonesia 2020. However, since the outbreak of COVID-19, activities in the hotel industry in many ASEAN countries have stopped because a lot of tourists cannot travel anywhere. Next, methodology. The objective of this study was to investigate the impact of COVID-19 on the hotel industry in ASEAN countries. This study was conducted using a qualitative descriptive method. The purpose of a qualitative descriptive study is to investigate the quality of relationships, situation, activities, or materials. It's from Frankel 2012. The data were collected through collaborative research. The source of information were obtained from journals, websites, articles, government documents, reports, and other information from various media, both electronic and print. The data were collected by analyzing literature, website, government documents, research reports, and journals. In analyzing the data, the research make a comparison between the Asia continent and other continents such as Europe, America, Africa, and Australia by focusing on the hotel occupancy in those continents. Findings and discussion. The ASEAN continent consists of several regions such as Asia, South Asia, West Asia, Southeast Asia, and Central Asia. In the hotel industry, Asia has a huge role in the growth of the country. Unfortunately, the spread of COVID-19 across the globe makes hotel industry in ASEAN countries deeply shaken. This condition has directly affected hotel occupancy rates in Asia because a lot of countries around the world have implemented their travel ban, physical distancing, and quarantine to stop the spread of the deadly virus. In Asia, especially in China, the rate of hotel occupancy has declined by 75% from 14 January 2020. In South Asia, such as in Sri Lanka, the hotel occupancy is below 10%. It happens because a lot of visitors cancel and refund their booking as caused by the spread of COVID-19. It's news from Nikkei ASEAN Review 2020. In Bangladesh, the hotel occupancy hits around 30 to 40, decreased because of the cancellation of arrival visa from the Daily Star 2020. Similarly, hotel occupancy in India has decreased by 43% from the news CTR 2020. In Southeast Asia, the Indonesian Hotel and Restaurant Association, or PHRI, said that since by outbreak of COVID-19 in January, hotel occupancy rates in Indonesia had fallen from 30 to 40%, with Bali, Manado, Jakarta, Sulawesi, and Riau Island as the worst hit areas from the Jakarta Post 2020. In Singapore, the occupancy of hotel decreased by above 50 in March because of a lot of guests facing some issues like flight cancellation and quarantine. In summary, the hotel occupancy in Asia, as represented by some countries in all parts of Asia, shown as follows. This condition is partly caused by the fact that most Asian countries rely on tourism a lot. When there is no tourists due to the global travel ban, no hotels will have guests to fill their rooms. Consequently, a lot of their employees must be experienced layoff of salary reduction. Conclusion. The findings of this study show that the spread of COVID-19 has greatly affected the hotel industry all around the world, not only in Asia, but also in the other continents such as Europe, Africa, America, and Australia. However, the continent that gets the most significant impact is Asia. Most Asian countries are depending on their tourism industry, which directly affect their hotel industry, with an average of 57 to 70% of decline in hotel occupancy. As many as 963 million employees in these industry are losing their income, leading to a more knock-on effect on employability. To minimize the negative impact, some measures be implemented. Giving promotion package with adorable prices can attract visitors to stay in the hotel. Promoting flexi rate can also increase hotel occupancy for visitors. Can flexibly change the date of booking to the other day if there is an unpredictable moment like this pandemic. More important, more importantly, cleanliness must be carried out of the guarantee guest health and safety during their stay. Furthermore, for the government, it is better to reduce the tax because since the COVID-19, the income that hotel earns don't not match their daily operation expense. And thus reducing tax could help our hotels to revive. I think that's all my presentation. For will I if I get a mistakes, I say is sorry and thank you. Good afternoon.